Hello everyone, I am here to walk you through how to grade using Goobric. This is a really great tool that's simple to use with Google Docs, spreadsheets, and really any assignment, even PDFs and non-Google assignments, but for things that are turned in to Google Classroom. So I'm going to read the steps, but then I will show you on my computer screen what to do exactly. It's pretty simple. It's just step number one, setting up the documents is the hardest part. Once you do that, it's pretty straightforward. So the first thing you need to make sure, when you begin is that you have the Goobric add-on for Google Sheets. So, in Google products, there's always an add-on thing up here. Notice this is slides, so, there is no Doctopus in here. It's only for Google Sheets. And I'll just flip over here. This is what we're going to make, but you'll see add-ons. There it is right there, Doctopus. So you want to make sure that you have that. So just walking through these steps quickly, and then we'll show you. Basically what you're going to do is create a brand new spreadsheet, and that's going to be the Doctopus working spreadsheet. It's going to look like this when you're done. But you need to make a new one. That's step number one. And I suggest that you make it in the folder that contains the student work. And most work should be in the classroom folder. And if you've never really noticed that, it's at the top level in your Google Drive of your Sci-Shing email for your junior high or elementary email, and we'll see that in a second. You're going to open up the Doctopus add-on, and then it's going to basically ask you, you're going to choose Google Classroom. You're going to, I missed a step here, pick the assignment. And then once you pick the assignment, never mind, I have it right there. You're going to do Google Classroom, pick the class, then the assignment. Then you're going to choose which assignment, so like which students you want to grade. But what I do is I just select all students, even ones that haven't turned it in yet. You're going to then create another spreadsheet in the same folder, and in that spreadsheet is going to be your rubric that you will use. That's the beauty of this, is you want to use a rubric. And then you're going to attach the rubric on this little button in the Doctopus window. So that's it. I just wrote these down, but let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So let's create a new folder. So here is, my drive. Here's classroom. So this is a folder, and it contains every classroom class, including archived classes. So this goes back years. These are my current ones, all 2019. So, our class, I'm going to do 501 fall. So you open it up, and there's a folder automatically created for all of your assignments in Classroom. It's done automatically, so I did not create these. They're made once you create an assignment. So here is a paragraph that the students, a paragraph assignment that we're going to grade. So I want to make my grading sheet inside one of these. So, there might be one inside here for Padlet pictures. Here's a Clips video assignment. So you could put one in each. We're going to be doing the paragraphs. So I'm going to open it up. And you'll notice right away, all the student work is right there, all the docs. So within this folder, I'm going to create a new Google Sheet. And I'm going to give it the assignment name. So this is classcraft character paragraph grades. So this is what the grades are going to be. All right, so that's the first step. Second step, click add-ons, go to Doctopus and launch. So this takes a second here. So this is our Doctopus menu. So pretty much the first thing you have to do, step one, I want to do what? I've never done the second one before, ever. It's always ingest a classroom assignment. So I select that. Then it's going to scan for all the available classes. All right, next I'm going to select the class that I wanted, and this was 501 Fall 2019. Then find the assignment, classcraft character paragraph. Okay, now what it does, it finds all the assignments that are here, all the students' work. It also includes students who haven't turned it in. You can choose only to fill in assignments that are turned in, but we know that there are students who finish work and just forget to turn it in, so I never check this. I always leave it blank. So it'll just take all of the assignments that are there, whether a student completed it or not. So I'm going to hit ingest, and this can take a while. So here you have now this document. I really don't make any changes to it. There's these columns here, to exclude. I always leave these unchecked. I pretty much leave all of this untouched. Now, if you click a link right now, it'll take you to that student's Google Doc. But that doesn't help us. What we need to do now is the last step is attach Goobric. And just to back up here, again, we're still on the initial steps, right? We created a new spreadsheet. We opened Doctopus. We chose the class and the assignment, and then we chose really the assignments that we want to include, which is all of them. So now we're really at the last two steps, and then we're ready to go, which is just adding a rubric, which is what makes Doctopus so great. So notice in that same window now, there's a button. Not only can you, kind of refresh these, right? You can look for new submissions. If students turn in work later, it kind of reloads everything, and you don't lose any finished work, so you can click that whenever you want. But here's what we're looking for to start: attach Goobric. So Goobric it's just another like little service, but it's a rubric, right, that we're trying to find. Now I already have, so our rubric is right here, and you need to have your rubric be simple like this. You can have any numbers at the top, and you can have your categories here and then the columns. So nothing else in this document, just this. And I suggest you put it in the folder that is part of the assignment. Now this is already in the 502 folder, so I'm not going to make a copy and put it in 501, but it is in the same folder with everything else. So to go back here, it's saying, okay, find a rubric. Right now, any that you've used recently will be here. But for you, when you're just starting, you're probably gonna have to click My Drive. You're gonna have to click this little image, and then you'll have to search for it. And it will have most recent ones up here. So if you should see it pretty quickly if you just made it. But I'm just going to cancel it out. Go to recents. Here it is. So I'm going to select it. These are some options that if students had Chromebooks, there's a lot of flexibility here on what they can do. I just leave them all checked. The students can't really do a lot with it, but in case they go home, I just leave it checked. I like the email notifications, even if they don't look at them. Parents might see it, so I just leave everything checked here. And then you attach rubric. So this also will take some time. Okay, so now what you'll notice, the document has another link. On column G, it says Goobric link. So this is the link we're going to use to grade. So once you've set this document up, you're pretty much ready to grade. And the next steps are really simple. I mentioned here, make sure to click the Assess document in column G. You're going to grade just by clicking the boxes from the rubric. And then there's actually another box where you can type a comment. You hit next and you just keep on going. These grades do not copy over to Classroom, so make sure when you're done, the grades only exist. You'll see them all over here at the end, right? It creates columns for the rubric. Here's our 4 columns, and then any comments you type get populated there. What I tend to do is I add a column over here because there's not actually a total column, I don't think. What you might need to do is put total here, and then add up what these are in these 4 columns. And you could do that by, you could type sum and then just drag the columns that are part of it. Just do that, and of course it's 0 now, and then you just kind of drag down and it would fill in the rest of them. So you can do that on your own. But you're ready to grade. So, let's take a look. We click this first one, Assess Document. I'm gonna click the link. So you can also, do a voice recording too, which is kind of cool. So I'll click Allow, but you may not want to. So here's the window. Notice here's our Google Doc down here. Here are the 4 categories from our rubric. Notice it's copied everything that was in that spreadsheet. And so all you need to do, right, you start with ideas. If they have a 4, you just click the 4 and it populates it, right? And then click vocabulary, 5, sentences 4, conventions 5. All right, and when you're ready, then you can type a comment, great job, whatever you want to write, and then click next because it's automatically checked. Well, you can click submit, click submit, and it will move to the next student right away. I would also probably change, because right now the settings our students can view, but you can change it so the students can comment. That might be a good thing if you want the students to comment on the doc. But so there's a lot of little details here, but in general, you're pretty much ready to go. And once you submit the grade, it will fill it in automatically over here. So what you'll see is a 5, for each of these categories, like a 5, a 4, 5, and then your comment would go there. And that's it. So pretty simple. Now, I have edited this video, so there was a lot of wait time that you did not see as this document was being created. It's about a 5 to 6, 7 minute process of this whole thing. So keep that in mind. It does take a little bit of time to set up, but once you're set up, it's a really wonderful thing. And like I said, it does not need to be a Google assignment. It needs to be in Classroom, but it can be any sort of assignment. If they upload photos, you can do it too. And when you click Assess Document, it would pull up the photo and it would still have the rubric above it. So feel free to use it in whatever assignments that you use for quick and easy grading. Thanks so much, guys.